planner buddies, and welcome back to a new tutorial for the 2024 Powerful Life Planner. Today I want to show you how you can reuse weekly pages or daily pages with Goodnotes 6. So I'm using Goodnotes 6. Some ways may also work with Goodnotes 5, or if you're using a different PDF annotation app, you need to check out how you can duplicate the templates. But I am using Goodnotes 6 for this one. So the new 2024 Powerful Life Planner is coming with different pages that you can reuse. For example, we have a weekly journal. And when we click on this, you will see you can type in your week and then it's dated from Monday to Sunday. The point of this page, and it's also the same with weekly fitness, a meal planner, and course. So the point with this page or with these pages is that we have 52 weeks in a year, but you don't have this page 52 times in this planner. So when we swipe right, you will see we have a different template, and when we swipe left, we also have a different template. So what can we do? One of the most easiest way is to write down your entries. So let's say week number 1. And when you are done with the week, you can click on the 3 dots and clear the page. That way you can also reuse the page, but the point is that you will not see previous entries. So if you want to keep this as a journal, you might want to duplicate the pages to swipe someday and see all the other entries. So I'm going to show you how you can do that. The first way is to copy the page and go to a week. So that way you can keep your every single week and day as a journal. We're going to week number 1 and I click on the plus and I say paste page. That way I have the weekly journal right behind my first week. So when I now jump to a day, for example, let's say January 3rd, we are on the day, and when we want to write in our weekly journal, we need to jump back to our week and swipe right, and then we have our weekly journal. That way you can copy the page and paste it behind every single week. So when you are done with filling out your weeklies and your weekly journal and your daily, you will have kind of journal or diary in that way. A second way is to type in all your things. So let's say week number 1. And then you can click on the 4 squares. And when you are on thumbnails, you will see your current template here. Click on the arrow and click on duplicate. That way you have a copy of your weekly journal behind the original hyperlink with the content. So now we have week number 1. And when we go back to weekly journal with the link, we can click. We can start writing down all the things. So let's say week number 2. And that way you have your second week in the first, in the link here. And when you swipe, you have your week number 1 right behind it. And that way you can always duplicate the pages and start using them over and over again. So now we have, let's go back to January, for example, and when I click on weekly journal, I have week number 3, week number 2, and week number 1. In my opinion, that's my favorite way because I can just need to duplicate one page and then I can start filling it out in the week. But you can also put it behind the week, for example, or what you can also do is to go to the page. So the weekly journal, or let's say weekly fitness, and you can also click on the plus and duplicate the page. And that way you have your entries here, but when you click on the link, you need to swipe to get back to your week. So I would say the winner is definitely duplicating your entry and then clear the page to reuse it. And one advanced way is to create a notebook, for example. The planner is coming with different custom pages and notebooks. And let's say we want to keep the first one as a diary. Short disclaimer, this way is only working with PDF annotation app that allows internal linking. So what I want to do is to go to the notebook and I say paste page, and then I have my weekly journal right here. So let's say week number 1. And what we can do now is to set a link to our notebook. So let's say home. And I'm gonna resize it, put it here. And I swipe to see the page. The notebook is on page 378. And I click on home and I add a link. And this way, I say link to document, this document, and page 378. So I scroll down until I find it. That's a long way. So now when I click on the link, I will come to my notebook. And I can do the same with the weeks. So for example, let's say week number 1. And now I will add a link to the next page. So in that case, it's 379. So, and then when I click on the link, I will come to the weekly journal week number 1. And now we can duplicate this, for example, and say that week, oh, Goodnotes is lagging a bit. So let's say week number 2. I can go back to my previous week to copy the link here. Paste it. And then I'm back to my notebook. And I can also duplicate the link in my index. Let's change the content. Week number 2. Link settings. Now we need to choose the next page. So for week number 2. Which was 380. And in that way I can also go to week number 2. And when I click on home, I'm back to week number 1. So yeah, that's the way, which is a bit more advanced. So it's time consuming because the more weekly pages you have, the more time it needs to scroll down to the pages, and mistakes can happen. So that's a more advanced way. So let me summarize. This way is the advanced way to duplicate or paste the weekly pages or any other pages behind the notebooks and set links manually. The other way is to clear the page after writing down something and reuse it without keeping it as a memory. The third way is to go to a week and paste the week behind, or the weekly journal behind the week, to have it right behind the week. The same way, by the way, works also with the daily journal. So we can also copy the daily journal and go back to our day and paste the page behind this. So like this. And that way we have our daily page and our daily journal behind this. And the easiest way is to just click on the 4 squares, duplicate the page so that you have your content and your week next to it, clear the page, and then start rewriting everything. I hope that this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will answer as fast as possible. And yeah, I hope that this video helped you. And yeah, I would say have a good time, and we will see us in the next video. Bye!